Hello everyone and welcome to the grand final of the Traitors US Series 3. I am your co-host, Ben, and I am throwing my sack in green because I am faithful.
Don't need to tell people what's going on in your trousers, Ben. They don't need to know your medical problems.
I'm faithful and I want to end the game, please.
Well, my sack is red.
Because
it's bursting for more.
Have you seen a doctor about that?
Well, I went to see the same doctor about your green sack, and he said that it's just some kind of pandemic that's happening right now, and we just need to get on with it. He wouldn't give me antibiotics because he said that our bodies are getting too used to them.
Nice.
And just to go home, take 2 paracetamol and rest.
Good. And here we are.
So my sack is now not so red. Anyway, hello, I'm Alex. Hello. I'm also faithful. I here in spirit and mind. Yes, sorry, I don't know. You've put me off really because I'm thinking about sacks and
we do have Zac
like
Efron's
that.
brother to think about.
We do
such things.
High School Musical. It's coincidence that I watched a video about High School Musical this week. So
you learn about Zac Efron.
I learned about Zac Efron.
Last week I did say his voice was replaced in the High School Musical,
and I discovered that's actually the truth. I also found out that during the tour after the first High School Musical, Zac Efron had filming commitments with Hairspray, and so the man who did his voice double ended up playing his part in the touring musical.
Isn't it ironic?
The stadiums.
Isn't it ironic? The one actor from High School Musical who didn't do the tour because he was booked to film another musical was the one actor who didn't sing.
And yet he's doing another musical, Hairspray.
That's pretty privilege, if you ask me.
White privilege, some might say.
Pretty privilege.
Oh, white and pretty.
Yes.
That's
Zac Efron, which is Dylan's brother.
Dylan's brother, who also is pretty and white. They need to do the Holy Trinity, which is commit a crime and get away with it, because they'll just sit there
and then have Ryan Murphy make a dramatisation
about it. Netflix,
starring Zac Efron and Dylan Efron.
The two brothers, was that Ryan Murphy? Documentary.
Yes.
Documentary. Was that Ryan Murphy?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I didn't know.
It was an American Crime Story, wasn't it?
Was it? I mean,
was
Ryan
it?
Murphy.
No, it wasn't. It was Monsters.
It's Monsters, so it wasn't.
So that's Ryan Murphy. He does Monsters as well. Yeah.
Ryan Murphy does so many different things. Like tomorrow, you could tell me, or did you watch EastEnders this week? Ryan Murphy did them, and I wouldn't be surprised because Ryan Murphy does so much.
I don't know how he has the time to do that many shows.
Well, because he puts his name to it. He might walk into the office.
He's also involved in them because he writes like 4 of the episodes.
Is he involved?
Yes.
I think he just likes putting his name on it. It's like when an actor, in order to draw an actor to a big budget show, but on a small wage, they say, "Look, we'll give you da amount, but we'll also give you an executive producer credit." And they're like, "Sold," because it's all they want, that executive producer credit. I'm the executive producer of this podcast, aren't I?
Charlie is.
No, Charlie's the producer.
Wow.
I'm the executive producer.
Well, Charlie's not going to be happy with that
anyone keeping up with Charlie's eye woes, by the way, it's still a bit squinky.
Yes, the vet doesn't know what's wrong. It could be, like we said weeks ago, I said this, and I'm not even a vet. It could be neurological, could be an hidden tumour. Trauma from living with us. Head trauma.
Could be anything.
It could be, but he's happy and fine. He's just got a funny eye, but he's happy eating, meowing, so...
Yep.
All the best wishes for Charlie.
Dumping in his litter tray.
Charlie. Yeah, I'm sure he'll do that in a minute. It's the final, isn't it? So he'll do a big dump.
He likes to do
halfway
a
through
the podcast. That's how he puts his power into the podcast. That's how he controls us. He's like, get on with the show. Stop talking about random things.
We're nearly 5 minutes in now and we've not done anything.
Plop. Start talking about the Traitors.
Okay. Well, maybe you should.
Okay. Well, it was. To sum up the Traitors in 3 words, American series, which I'm doing very early, but I'm just going to say it. Bloody good series.
Ooh.
Really nice outcome. Didn't see that.
This year.
Hot cast this year. Sam, more please. Shirtless Sam, yes.
Well, we'll be talking about who we want to see more of maybe next week.
Well, the reason I bring that up is because if you're watching us... Yes, because there's loads of ways you can follow us. And if you're watching us on YouTube by searching Faithful to the Traitors podcast, comment underneath and give us your 3-word review of this year's Series 3 Traitors US. 3-word review. That's all you can use.
So, for example, if you're Ivor, you'd say, bloody good show.
If you're Ivor, you'd say that. If you're Brittany, you'd say, pay for wedding.
I know, it's like, why don't you just get married if you want to get married? Why do you have to win a game show?
Win reality show. Yeah. If you're Danielle, Brittany again, rah.
Or if you're Dylan, Zac Efron's brother.
Yes, there you go. So, Faithful to the Traitors podcast, if you're watching us on YouTube, comment underneath. Don't forget also to like, subscribe and ring the bell so you'll never miss any future episodes. Ben will be explaining some fun information in 2 seconds, but it's very important. You should also follow us on your favourite podcast app, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, any of them. Follow us, subscribe. Also review. Give us a free word review, 5 stars if you like us, please. Don't forget. And don't forget to do all these things. Don't forget to follow us. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Faithful to the Traitors, on X at Traitors Podcast, because there is some exciting news coming up. Also, if you want to help promote the show, go to buymeacoffee.com/faithful, where you can help us by giving us a few silver bars, some gold coins, whatever the currency is at the time.
Yes, for Charlie.
For Charlie and his litter box and his dumps.
So yes, we are going to continue. So make sure you're subscribing to this podcast feed, basically, because new podcasts are going to keep coming, even though the Traitors may have ended.
Under the Faithful brand.
Yes.
There's a brand now. Faithful, the brand.
Hopefully it works.
We need to get that voiceover man who did X Factor. Faithful, the brand.
I'm sure he's on Cameo. So.
Oh, okay. We might. There you go. Buymeacoffee.com/faithful. Make us buy a Cameo advert.
So we are going to be doing an episode next week, which is the reunion.
Yes, the first time we've ever done the American reunion.
Yeah, I've never watched it before. I'm not too fussed about it, but it would just be more of us rounding up the series in general. So a reunion for us.
I've already got an idea. I'm stealing it from TikTok.
Right.
Rating what they wore at the reunion.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah.
See, this is why you come here for
also,
ideas.
Who did we want to see more of, less of, stuff like that. So that's what
less
we'll be doing.
Or
well, I think we've seen enough of that this series.
Not in my opinion.
Dylan was naked every episode, apart from this episode.
Sam's nipples. Okay.
There was
3-word review. Comment underneath.
There was plenty of them last week on the podcast.
Nips.
Wasn't
Sam.
And
milk lemonade.
Are also going to do our little trial series. So in the UK, Celebrity Big Brother is back.
Yeah.
We watched it last year. It was on ITV. So and it's short.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do, we are going to cover the next series of Celebrity Big Brother UK.
Faithful to Big Brother.
Yeah.
The Faithful brand.
Yes, Faithful to Big Brother, Faithful to the Diary Room. Who knows?
Or we could do a spin-off, Faithful to the Diary Room.
Do we need a spin-off?
Why not?
So we're going to cover that, everyone. So make sure you're subscribing to this podcast feed, because it's going to be lots of different things. Because the Traitors, we have the Traitors, but Australia cancelled.
Yeah.
New Zealand cancelled. Canada, 51st state, no one knows what's happening there.
That's true.
So
they're not exporting to America anymore.
We are expanding our range of shows and just going to cover a few different things.
We got Ireland. We got Eilish.
Island Traitors, yes.
Yes, thank you. We got that.
But we don't know when. That's not even filmed yet.
No, we don't. But the long story short is that on this podcast, this feed, on this channel, we are going to commit ourselves. I'm going to say it out loud. I'm putting it out in the universe to one podcast a week.
Yeah, to be faithful to different shows.
To be faithful to different things. It could be faithful to...
The White Lotus.
Yeah. It could be faithful to BBC News.
No.
It could be absolutely anything, to be fair. Just faithful to something. The Faithful brand. And if I get round to it, I might even go crazy and make some videos on the YouTube channel as well.
Okay, well, don't commit too much.
But that's something I'm putting out there, but I'm not committing too much. But if you've got ideas of what I could do, then just let me know. I've got Grease 2 in the mind, because all I can think about is Sam.
Right, so that's that done.
Yes.
So back onto Traitors.
Yes.
We have some comments on our Spotify episode. Do you know you can comment on Spotify?
I didn't. Did you also know you can watch the video? This is in video form on Spotify too.
Yes,
Don't just have to listen to it in audio. Oh my God.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. I need to put my teeth in.
Anyway, so there was a comment, because last week we had an email from someone saying stop talking about Ekin Su every episode. Because she sent that email, we had to then talk about Ekin Su.
I mean, they sent the email, so we had to talk about Boo Hoo Hoo.
So someone commented saying, Edna said, we need more of Anna's ranting about Ekin Su updates.
Anna?
Yeah, Anna's the one who sent the email.
Oh, right.
So Edna saying we need more Anna, Ekin Su updates, laughing face. Someone else commented on Spotify saying, I was laughing so much when you read out the person who wrote in about Ekin Su comment. It's true, but to be honest, I have loved having updates on her. So, not only people are asking for more Anna, well, you're in luck, because Anna sent another email.
Hi, Anna. I love that Anna's a friend of the show. I love Anna.
She said, ha 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 ha.
Ha 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 ha!
That's in reply to us reading out her email.
Lovely.
This is exactly why I didn't send this comment with a gold bar, because it would have meant you read it out. But we read it out anyway,
Anna. If you're going to send us a comment, we're going to read it out.
Especially about Ekin Su.
Of course Ekin Su. Friend of the show.
For the record, I am not a stan of Ekin Su. and I would not be in the thick of social media comments fighting for her.
Good for you, Anna.
Love you guys, enjoying the show and loving how quickly episodes are dropping. Tell producer Charlie from me. So there you go. Unknowing to everyone, we've had to talk about Ekin-Su again.
Third week in a row. Thanks, Anna. Nice one, Anna.
Yeah.
I mean, Anna, if you want to keep sending us comments, we should do an episode about Ekin-Su.
All about Anna. Oh.
We can do one about Anna. Well, we should do an episode about Anna.
Maybe.
Anna, do you ride a bike to work? That's where it starts. Come on, Anna, get in touch. Charlie says,
right, you've just said ride a bike to work. This is another comment on our YouTube channel, right? You can comment on YouTube.
Also, you can comment on Spotify if you listen or watch us on there.
This says, specifically for Alex.
Hello.
I would like to ask if you can actually remember whose fact file the I ride a bike to work came from. I bet you can't.
I can. It was a New Zealand series.
I was looking it up just now, and I think I remember.
Oh, goodness me. Oh, wasn't it the guy who's also a wrestler?
Pardon?
I forget his name. I'm not very good.
Wrestler?
Yeah, he like fought for the New Zealand
No, it wasn't the sexy one. He rode a Subaru. Drove a Subaru.
Subaru.
It wasn't him. I think it was Jason, or it was either Jason or it was Widamu. They said they rode a bike to work.
Okay. I can't remember. I'll be honest,
but I think it was one of those two. Or was it Ciale? It was one of them. I can't remember which one, but it was one of those men who rode a bike to work. So there you go.
Oh, it's like any excellent joke that basically goes through time and never ages. It was just something that came out, and it's just ridden like the bike. It's gone far enough. It's not gone far enough. It's just carried on, gets rode.
Also, yes. Another comment on our YouTube, right?
Right.
Last week I said we have to stay silent for 10 seconds before we start recording. You can't do it.
No, I couldn't do it this time either.
So someone's commented and said, it sounds like Alex may have ADHD. If he finds it difficult to stay quiet / stay still at the start of a podcast.
You might be onto something there. You might well be onto something.
So there you go.
There you go.
Right, we've got some Buy Me Coffees, but shall we actually talk about the Traitors first and then do some Buy Me Coffees midway through?
So
because
yes.
we are 10 minutes in. We've not even talked about the final, apart from the fact that it is a final.
But we have talked about the Traitors, so that's, you know.
And Ekin-Su. So
are you putting a timestamp to let people know when we actually talk about the Traitors?
No.
People have asked
Spotify
for this.
does it automatically with their AI.
Well done.
And they title it like The Traitors Talk.
Oh, that's nice of them.
And stuff like that. So
keep it basic.
I just let them do it. They can do it. This is unedited, this podcast, everyone, if you didn't notice.
Can you not tell?
We do it as live.
And I feel already this is going to be a long episode.
As live.
As live. So if any TV network wants to leash us onto live television...
Yeah, we're safe.
This is what... Yeah, exactly. We're safe. We're safe. And
I am turned on.
As am I. So, right. Who went out? So we were left on the last episode with Brittany's final vote. It was between Danielle and Ivor. And Brittany, we knew that Dolores had maybe swayed Brittany's vote.
Yes, for no one knows why.
No one really understands why.
She then voted for Ivor.
Exactly, it made no sense.
Which is typical of Dolores' whole entire game this series.
But then I don't dislike...
Utterly useless.
I have to say, I don't dislike Dolores. It's, as I said, this was a lovely... This series genuinely is one of my top series. Genuinely one of my top series. Because and coming from an American series, it's a little bit shocking. Because the first two series, though enjoyable, were a bit, a bit.
Yeah. I think the second was the worst.
Oh, America! but series 3 has been a genuine joy to watch. Of the Traitors.
Well, I'm going to thank Bob the Drag Queen for that because he started it off with getting rid of 2 housewives straight away.
That's a good point. And
the one housewife left was the worst game player. So. Maybe Bob the Drag Queen was correct.
But also, I think there's been a good mix of actually interesting characters, and there's not been really one who's kind of stood out and been particularly annoying.
Who got the villain edit then?
I think they tried to give Rob the Boston Rob the villain edit.
Not Danielle. She's been getting a lot of heat online, I see.
Really? I think Danielle played right.
Not a good game, but
I was about to say, I said that Danielle was good at the round table, and she was that one time good at the round table. But really, she did play. This whole series can be summed up, and this is what I wrote down right at the bottom, that the traitors were tying themselves up in knots. And because there was that internal fighting with the traitors all the time, the faithful kind of got it easy, really.
That's why I'm glad with this outcome, with the faithful winning, because
spoilers.
None of these well, it's the final. I think people have watched the
final.
Well,
I want you to feel what I feel every time I say one word on this show. Well, I wasn't going to happen to say that.
So I'm happy, because really the traitors, none of them deserve to win the show. And Brittany was only a traitor for one episode,
which we hate. We hate when someone becomes a traitor at the very last minute and then wins.
Because this always happens.
Yeah,
it's just no. So I'm glad with the outcome. I'm glad that the faithfuls won. I'm glad that it was a lot of them.
I also like the outcome because in other series of traitors,
no specifics here.
No specifics here. Faithful have made it to the end with no traitors left. There's also been an instance where maybe only traitors have been left, and but not a mix of the two. And because they've become greedy, they've deliberately then carried the game on so that they would earn more money at the end of it. And I like
that's traitor behaviour. Even for a faithful.
For a faithful, exactly. And I like that the final 4 that made it to the fire pit, this is the first time I think I've watched the Traitors where there's been no fire pit. No fire pit vote, I should say. And they all trusted each other and they all decided to go forward.
It was a bit dodgy for a bit with Dolores. You never quite know what she's going to do with her vote.
I mean,
she could have still voted Tom.
It's all in the edit, don't forget. Dolores's facial expressions seemed to be leaning for us to think that she decided to carry on the game.
Didn't trust Dylan.
But she didn't. She finished the game too. They split the money between them. Nice pot each, 50 grand.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Gay one.
Ivor, are you going to give it back to us since we pay for you to be in the royal family?
Yeah, I expect to see a buy me a coffee from Ivor next week.
I wouldn't mind if buying me a coffee from Ivor. And 50 grand coffee.
And a buy me a coffee from Dylan, because we've promoted his toplessness for 10 weeks now.
I mean, yeah. Dylan, come on.
He's posted a shower. He's showering in his budgie smuggler, isn't he? I just seen it made the news for some reason.
Why was he showering in his budgie smuggler?
I don't know. I just literally typed in Google Dylan Efron, right? And look at the first article. It's him. Dylan sets the record straight on his controversial showering comments while in a Speedo. Have you heard about these comments he's made?
What about showering?
He doesn't like showering.
He doesn't like to shower?
He says people shower too much and you don't need to shower so much.
Does he bathe?
No. He just does a shower every now and then.
Does he do a pits and crack wash every day?
Green sack.
His sack is green. Tell ya, his sack must be very green.
So, this is the stuff that is obviously coming out since the final. Yeah, but he's now naked.
But it doesn't make it any better by showering in your Speedos, because if you're at home in your shower, oh my goodness, Arrested Development. I forget the character's name now, but he's a never nude. And so he can never be nude. It's the Tobias. The character's name's Tobias. Right. And one of his comedy traits is that he's a never nude, so he can never be nude in front of people. And so, or even by himself. And so he showers in these really short crop, Phil Mitchell style jean shorts. Because he's a never nude. He cannot be nude. It's his medical condition is that. So maybe Dylan is a never nude. He cannot be nude even when he's at home on his own.
He's nude quite a lot.
Well, he's not in his Speedos.
That's true.
When you say nude, he's just got his top off. You don't know what's going on underneath that camera shot.
That's true.
So maybe Dylan's a never nude, and maybe that's why he doesn't like getting showered. Yeah. I mean, it's good hygiene, to be honest with you. If it was like the old days, like the Victorian era, where you didn't have the facility to wash all the time, fine, Dylan, I get that. But I think that the fact you have the means of washing often. And a shower is not exactly a bad thing. You can have a shower in 5 minutes.
The comment he said, it was on a podcast, he said I go into the swimming pool all the time. And it's that's full of chlorine. I was going to say, he still doesn't wash the chlorine off. So yeah, very odd. Yeah,
because you're not actually, when you wash, you're cleaning, aren't you? So you need soap. So all the water's doing is just kind of brushing away the deodorant that you put on that morning. You're not washing away the deodorant in order to add more deodorant later.
You know what the question...
Do you reckon he doesn't wear deodorant either?
Maybe only natural.
What's the question?
The question for next series, do you ride a bike to work is gone.
Do you wash?
How often do you shower in a week? That's the next question. And that has stemmed from our Dylan,
Who is it who emailed us about Ekenboo Who?
Anna,
how often do you wash a week?
How many?
It might feel personal.
Do you shower? Do you bath?
Oh yeah. Do you do both?
There's lots of ways to interpret this.
See, question. I can't have a bath and then not shower off the bubbles afterwards.
Irritate your skin, wouldn't it?
Well, also,
maybe that's why Dylan's cheeks were so rosy in Scotland.
I did suspect he looked a bit sweaty. Remember a few occasions I said he looked a bit sweaty. It's because he wasn't washing.
Although he did have a few shower scenes in his hotel room.
Oh, he'd do it for television.
So he does it for us.
Yeah.
Just not for himself.
So anyway, again, gone off topic. Brittany voted for Danielle. Danielle left. Danielle left the round table.
She did. She thanked everyone but Brittany.
But
she
also
done it again.
But she also did say to Dylan that
unbelievable.
It was unbelievable. His vote was unbelievable, which Brittany then jumped on for her reasonings for why she was choosing Dylan at the round table later. But before any of that, the seer was chosen, the winner of the game.
Bit of a damp squib.
I mean, you're comparing it. I'm not spoiling anything by saying this, but if you're comparing it to the UK's seer encounter, which
very
is
different.
And I've said it before, moment of the year, BAFTA,
so far.
BAFTA, moment of the year,
so far.
Yeah, but BAFTA's in March, so actually their year's ending.
Okay.
The BAFTAs are the British Academy of Film and Television Arts, by the way. The Britney's was a bit deflated when she brought in Gabby, and Gabby was like,
a bit pointless, really.
You know, I'm faithful.
Yeah, and like everyone was like, well, because Dylan was acting very much like I'm Mr. Faithful now because there's only 4 or 5 of us left, and it's
cock of the walk. Some might say.
And he was like, if she comes back and she's going to blame Gabby and say she's a traitor, and that means we know that Brittany's a traitor, and it's really. But Brittany didn't do that. She was too smart. She was like, no, I know what this is going to be like, so I'm just going to be honest. I'm going to say, Gabby, I know you're faithful. We can be faithfuls together. We can take this to the end and win. Is what Brittany's game plan was, which is the best game plan she could have played, I feel. Really.
I agree.
And Dolores was so easy to sway that they could have just had those 3 and got rid of the 2 men.
Well, I honestly thought that this was going to be this was swayed by Brittany. I thought that her and Gabby kind of forming a mini alliance together, then convincing Dolores. I actually believed that Dylan was in trouble.
Yeah, if they were greedy, that's what they would have done. But not our faithful.
But also I think that the round table really did sway. The whole theme of the round table this year has been that if you're a traitor, that you play a very aggressive argument and counterattack to the person who accuses you. And if you're not a traitor, because you don't need to do that, you play it very calm, and you explain your reasons and say why you're innocent. And again, at this round table, Dylan, though the finger of pointing was toward him, and a lot of the group was still a bit suspicious of him, he played it calm, gave his reasons, his receipts. That's a real thing this year, the receipts. And when the finger was then pointed back at Brittany, she became aggressive. She became, like a shield came up.
She said that one thing like, don't come for me unless I call for you or something. Yes. And it's like, no, that's that one thing. And now that's because someone else did that. Who was it? Was it Rob?
I think Wes did something similar, didn't he? Wes was a bit aggressive.
Someone said something really random. And it's like, well, why have you said that? Well, now you've messed up. Possibly actually Danielle, I think. When she was
Danielle.
Carolyn.
Yes,
Yeah.
It was her and Carolyn. Yeah, Danielle. But again, it was very traitor-like behaviour, which is why this whole series can be summed up with the fact that the traitors literally stabbed themselves, no pun intended, in the back. It really wasn't the faithful that needed to do it. Every time,
and the faithful that went to the end were the ones who were just friendly, so happened to be friendly with the faithful. Like Gabby was friendly with Brittany or Caroline. Dylan was friendly with Danielle
and Ivor. Dylan and Ivor were very friendly with each other.
But like they were close with traitors who just didn't murder them, and then they just happened to land in the final by accident, kind of.
The other thing I would say is I think Brittany was a bit isolated from the group. Because she didn't really kind of involve herself with the remaining group very well up until that point. She kept herself with Danielle. There was a very close click with one another, and so when she got rid of Danielle, she lost that click.
Yeah, I think that was down to Danielle was picking off all the people close to Brittany, so Brittany had no choice but to be close to Danielle, and then she recruited her, and then
that seems fair.
Went tits up.
Yeah, tits up.
They said that on EastEnders on the live episode, didn't they?
That's all gone tits up.
Linda Carter said tits up live on TV.
Did she? Ivor said something very British when he walked into the room. Oh, I'm Billy No Mates.
Yeah, and Dolores went,
Yeah. I worried for Dolores and Ivor. But again, to be fair to Dolores, she stopped being an idiot. Just for this one episode. She stopped picking on Ivor and she decided, you know what? She said it herself, I've got to go with my head and not with my heart. Her heart was that she didn't like Ivor very much and she wanted to get rid of him. Her head was, that Brittany is almost guaranteed a traitor.
So they did vote right. Everyone voted her, didn't they? And then Brittany voted for Dylan, who is Zac Efron's brother. Just like, I need to keep reminding myself of that just so I know who he is.
Ivor and Dolores had that one moment at the table. There was the mutual accusations.
I mean, a lot of it was just fake editing, I feel, to make it more perilous than it is.
Probably.
I think all four of them knew that they were faithful and they won because they didn't really particularly want to vote out Brittany. They were like, you actually probably are faithful, but we have to vote someone even though we don't think you're a traitor, which was a bit unfair.
It's a real tricky situation. It wasn't unfair because Brittany was a traitor, but it was a very tricky situation if they had all been. Aye. But not really. I mean, it was unfair because Brittany was made a traitor against her will by Danielle. But, at the same time, I feel as though that they did do the right thing because they won. They split the money. Everything was all good.
Yeah, 50,000 each. Not a very good final mission.
There was 50% more to their final mission than what happened in the UK.
But even that bit was a bit stupid. They literally,
they
were like, you have 30 minutes. Yeah. And they're like, find a place on a map. This is the place, a unicorn.
Yeah.
They drove there for 25 minutes.
Yeah, which is a really long time.
Walked up to a gate.
To really scary music. Like,
yeah, walked up to a gate, had one maths question, typed it in, and then they were like, drive back now. And it's like, well, what was the point of that?
And they weren't even allowed to drive their own vehicles either. And so they were all just in the passenger seat going, woo!
Because we thought it was going to be like Australia Series 2, where Roger Corser was
the heist,
having a heist on a mansion, stealing someone's money and stuff.
The getaway van.
Yeah,
Roger was going, come on, get back in the van! And they were running back to the van with their money and their pearl necklaces.
Well, obviously Alan isn't a criminal like Roger Corser was.
Well, no, I think he's meant to be seen as a bit of an aristocrat, isn't he? He's meant to be like this well-to-do, land-owning Scottish Highlander who has Angus as a right-hand man and a peacock.
But it's funny watching the UK one, then the American one back to back because they film at the same time.
The games were carbon copies.
Yeah, and they clearly, the American one's filmed first, and things that don't work in the games in the American one, they then fix for the UK one, but we see it the other way around. So it's really obvious where they were like, well, that heist didn't really work, so we'll just cut that in the UK. And
we'll just do the helicopter.
Do the actual game, and no one can drop their thing properly when they're both up there, so we need to change that rule in the UK. So it is funny seeing how it's adapted, and when they're like, the producers are clearly like, well, that doesn't work.
And yet the American version was arguably, fight me if you don't agree, the better version of the two this year.
So it's not all about the missions.
Nope, it's all about the
friends
money
you make along the way.
Shall we do some buy me a coffees? I can see you're eager there. Your little finger keeps tapping.
I'm just opening my phone. Yeah, we can do them, and then we need to do some fact files as well.
We've got to do fact files.
Winners.
Okay, well we'll do. Yeah, so there you go. That's a nice break then. So we'll do that, and then we can do the fact files. So you go first.
Right. So Hope, thank you very much, Hope, for these silver bars. They have said it's been great recapping the Traitors season with you guys.
Thank you, Hope. It's been fun doing it too. At daughter of mum. Thank you, daughter of mum. I'm the son of dad. Did you know that?
I'm the son of mum.
Are you? I suppose. Oh, God,
Charlie's the son of dad's. Producer Charlie, that is.
Well, no, he's the son. He's the biological son. He will be at biological son of cats. Right. No, what's a female cat called? It's not bitch, is it? I don't know.
Pussy.
Yes. At son of pussy. and then
right.
He changed his profile to at son of gays.
Adopted,
like Sharon from EastEnders.
Yes.
He tried to find his real mum and dad. He found them and then decided he didn't want anything to do with them. At daughter of mum, thank you so much for your silver bar. They have written, thank you both for another fabulous podcast series. I enjoyed your repeated mentions of Ekin Boo Hoo Hoo and your sharp observations and witticisms of the gameplay. Think that this has been the best US series so far. Concur.
Yeah.
With a memorable cast. Concur.
Faithful win means good series normally. 9
times out of 10. Although series 2... I'm trying. Please say hello to my daughter Iris. Hello, Iris.
Hello, Iris.
Who enjoys this pod as much as I do and listens to it in bed when she should she shouldn't be listening, or she should be sleeping.
Well, we don't put an
Iris, go to sleep. Iris, should we sing a little lullaby?
No.
Go to sleep. Do you ride a
For all
bike?
you know, Iris is like 25 years old.
Have you had a shower? Zac Efron's brother wears swimming trunks in baths. There you go. Now sleep, Iris. Otherwise the tooth fairy won't come and steal your teeth.
Oh my god, the next silver bar, I didn't even realise this. It's from Anna.
Hello, Anna.
So after her threatening not to buy a silver bar, she now has.
How often do you wash, Anna? We need to know.
Anna says, thank you so much for another great season. So there you go, Anna.
Thanks, Anna. Thank you to everyone. I must say, when you say this at the end of every
comments
series.
out anyway, Anna.
Thank you to everyone who sends us silver bars on the podcast. We do try to read them all out, but we guarantee we read out any comments that's linked to it. And don't forget, you can still send them to us. Buymeacoffee.com/faithful. It's just that they may not get read out.
They're on the reunion episode.
Yes, so if you want to send us a silver bar or gold coin, whatever, just to say thank you one final time, then we'll read them all out on the reunion episode. And as we say, if you add a comment to your silver bar, buymeacoffee.com/faithful, we guarantee we'll read out and discuss your comment and have fun with it. Right. Go to bed, Iris.
So we've got our 4 winners.
What's your name and where do you come from?
Where do you want to start?
Right, I'm going to start with... I want Dylan last, so start with Dolores.
Dolores?
I'll do Gabby, because you got Gabby on
Gabby?
there.
I've got all of them up.
Oh, okay. Hey, well done.
Gabby,
come on, Gabs.
she is known for being in series 26 of The Bachelor.
Of course she is.
And then she co-starred in series 19. And
The Bachelorette.
Yeah, The Bachelorette, but that's
a different series.
Why have they written it the wrong way round?
It's not the wrong way round, because there's more series of The Bachelor.
The Bachelor came first and then okay. So
and then,
26 of
and
The
then
Bachelor
Women's Lib kicked in and they did a Bachelorette series.
So she did that alongside someone called Rachel. Why do you co-star in a series of The Bachelorette? That's odd.
It stretches it out longer, doesn't it?
She's also, this has been updated very quickly on Wikipedia, she's also the winner of Peacock's 3rd series of The Traitors.
Gosh, someone's hot.
She's now married to a woman, isn't she? No, not married.
No. She wants to spend the $50,000 on getting married.
She's 5'9".
Same height as me. Good
She's
on you,
taller
Gabs.
than me. So there you go.
Yes.
What else did she do? She worked as an ICU nurse at the University of Colorado Hospital. She was also a cheerleader for 5 years.
Do you remember the social media chat site called, I think I've asked you this before, ICQ?
No.
It was called ICQ, as in the letters ICQ, but it sounds like ICQ. If anyone remembers that, please comment below or on Spotify or YouTube or get in touch with us.
Let's give each one their own.
What's your name and where do you come from?
They won.
Someone did say that we didn't do
it for Tom, did we?
We didn't do it for
Poor
Tom.
He posted a picture on Instagram from behind a shower curtain, a bit like the Mario picture.
Yeah.
And he was holding his rubber ducky up. So
Nice one, Tom.
he's taking the rubber ducky home, so I don't know where that's going, because we all know what you thought.
I know where that's going.
Right, so Dolores
Up
is
the
her
chuff.
name. Dolores, she is 54.
Allegedly. Not the age, the chuff with the
Well,
rubber
the
duck.
age may be alleged.
No, I don't want to get sued by Tom's legal team.
Why? We have to go to court with Tom. That'd be fun.
That would be
It could
fun.
be a whole podcast series. Tom versus the faithful.
That'd be fun. Then we would need money.
And I'd ask him to sing.
Buymeacoffee.com.
I'd say,
Why?
can you put one of your own songs on? Because apparently some of the cast have said that Tom, when they're in their cars driving to and from missions, he constantly asked the person driving to put his songs on the radio.
What, because he thought they'd play them on Peacock? Oh, for goodness sake, Tom.
No, this is alleged, of course. Because
All
we
alleged.
know how these people are.
Tom, if you want to send us a video, I'm genuinely serious with this.
what?
Him singing with his rubber duck in the shower. Tom, send us a video of you singing with your rubber duck in the shower, please.
Yeah, Tom. We're like the only people who've supported you this whole
We
year.
proper supported you.
So,
we got
and your hair.
we got some comments about that as well. And we were like, you know what? We don't know Tom well enough to be able to say this, say, the other.
No, and he married Zac Efron's brother. So
who Tom? Oh yes, in the task. God, I genuinely thought you meant
right,
at Faithful to the Traitors on Instagram. Tom, song, rubber duck, shower, go,
topless
topless.
because you're in a shower
Iris wants
with
to
Dylan. Make him shower.
Yeah, Iris wants to hear it before bed, so she can have nightmares.
So do I. Right. So Dolores is in the Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Jersey. There you go.
And she's also said that she may leave the Real Housewives, but she's going to see how it goes.
Oh dear, why? What's happened?
Well, she said, there's always time. You need to know when it's your time to go. Right, let me find the actual quote. This is from The Independent, okay. During an August 2024 appearance on Jeff Lewis Live radio show, she said, and I quote, she would gracefully exit the show if she wasn't asked back. Quote, everybody has an expiration date as a housewife. Basically, that was, I'll see how the Traitors goes, I think, and see what other opportunity. If you're Kate, you get invited back 3 years in a row on the Traitors for doing nothing.
That's true. I bet Dylan Efron has an expiration date because of his stink. Because that's how you tell if food's gone off, don't you? Because they say, don't look at the best before.
Dylan Efron is not food.
Isn't he? To some he might be.
His Instagram says otherwise. Right.
What's your name and where do you come from?
Carry on.
Lord Ivor Mountbatten.
Yes, well, I still have mixed feelings about
I have
royal
very mixed
meaning
feelings.
Winning money, because don't they earn money from us in order to do royal visits and stuff?
He's only like the second cousin of King Charles, I think.
Yeah, but the way he goes on about, like, I was in the public eye my whole life, and if I did something naughty, I was pulled up by Queen. It's like, were you?
Well, he kept saying that he's always in the paper and there's loads of controversies. His Wikipedia doesn't even have one controversy.
That's what I'm saying.
So I don't feel that is a controversy.
And a lot of people said, like, well, we said, like, we don't know these American players, so it makes it more fun for us. So it's more of a kind of like a non-celebrity version for us, so we can kind of be a bit cheeky. But Lord Batten, by association of him being a royal in the UK, we should know something about him. Literally hadn't even heard about him until this
you're
episode.
about to learn.
Please tell me more about this.
He's 61 years old.
Oh, good.
He's the former director of the parent company Cambridge Analytica.
Oh, they're really clean. They are. They've been hounds clean on them.
So if you want to know who the villain of the series is, it's actually Ivor, because Cambridge Analytica are very swayed with their polling. But also
they had loads of data breach. If you want Russian influence, go to Cambridge Analytica.
Yes, the personal data of up to 87 million Facebook users was acquired.
I wonder how quickly Ivan is going to have his prize money turned into ruples.
What else do you want to know about him?
How many times he's visited Putin?
No. He married a woman called Penelope Ann Ver Thompson.
Oh, lovely. I don't care for this guy.
No, nor do I. And then he was the first royal to come out as gay.
Ooh.
So that's nice. And he was also the first royal to have a same-sex wedding. So,
he would be, because he was the first royal to be gay.
He married Sam, didn't he?
Yeah, but yes, but what my point is that that's a moot point to say. Also, he had the first gay wedding. It's like, if he's the first and like only royal to come out as gay, which presumably he is, then no other royal is going to have a gay wedding, are they? Well, Harry's not going to suddenly turn around and say, I'm going to have a gay wedding tomorrow.
He might.
Meghan will be like, woohoo! I think Meghan will be on board. I 100% agree, but like, it's full fun.
What's your name and where do you come from?
That's Ben's way of saying, shut up, Alex, we're moving on.
Dylan Efron. This is from Wikipedia, the first line. He is 33 years old. He is an influencer, producer, winner of the 3rd season of The Traitors, and also, the most important bit of information about Dylan Efron, he is the brother to the actor Zac Efron.
I didn't know that.
Mr. Blue Eyes. Who's got more blue eyes, Dylan or Zac?
I mean, in the second High School Musical movie, scene 1, when he's sat at his desk waiting for the time to clock out so they can have their summer break, I'd say Zac.
Well, Dylan went to university and he graduated in 2013 with a Bachelor of Science degree in economics.
Economics?
Or
Ecan-boo-hoo-hoo-nomics?
He is a social media influencer on Instagram. He's a producer known for Ready Player One, apparently. That was a big movie, wasn't it? The Accountant and Live by Night. Efron's brother Zac announced the creation of a YouTube channel in March 2019, and then they share videos on there. Video series called Off the Grid, which follows Zac and Dylan as they participate in outdoor activities and trips without electronic devices, apart from the video camera that's documenting them. It says. No, it said he was from Down to Earth, and I want to know what Down to Earth was, but there's no reference to Down to Earth.
Just quickly Google Down to Earth. While you're doing that, don't forget you can get in touch with us, faithfultothetraitors@gmail.com. Please get them to us quickly, because we'll be doing the reunion next week.
Down to Earth. Oh, it was Down to Earth was a Zac Efron series on Netflix, and obviously Dylan being Zac Efron's brother, was also in some of the series.
No. Let's be correct with this.
What?
Producer and occasional guest. That's all you need to be. To be a celebrity on Traitors America, an occasional guest on a TV show is good enough.
So there you go, Dylan. That's
we
like
all
the
you,
fact
Dylan.
file. So we're glad you won. You were the nice. You were the nice guy of the series.
Dylan played the best game. It was his game to lose, 100%. Like he
nearly lost it.
He nearly lost it because Dolores thought that he was there was another traitor on traitor fight at the final round table between him and Brittany. But luckily, Dolores followed her head and not her heart. And she was right to do so. Dylan deserved to win 100% because Dylan played a great game. Dylan outed a lot of people without being a traitor, so having the inside knowledge anyway. He was
friends with everyone.
He was friends with everyone. He had a few misgivings. He's very influential in the game as well, which again, Brittany tried to play that against him and with other people. They said, well, why does he get to control the narrative of this game? Dylan was smart though, and Dylan was good enough that he was... Of everyone around that round table, he was always calm, always collected, always knew the right things to say at the right time, always knew when to say nothing.
And he spotted Brittany. He was the one that spotted the last traitor.
Yes.
And he looked up to Rob and idolised him.
So Dylan 100% deserved to win. 100% deserved to win. I like Gabby, so Gabby deserves to win too.
Dolores, she's a housewife, so does she really need to win? Not sure.
I didn't mind Dolores, to be fair.
She kept voting for Tom all the time, so...
That's the thing with Dolores.
It was a bit weird.
I didn't mind Dolores too much because she was a bit, as you say, a bit weird, a bit meh, a bit like not part of the game. I suppose in the respect that she never really voted anyone who was important or needed to get rid of.
She threw a vote away every week, basically.
Yeah.
And she was like, I don't know, a bit weird. And Ivor
I can give two monkeys about, to be perfectly honest.
He's a royal. I have to respect him. So there you go. That's the final.
There
we'll
we go.
be back next week, obviously, to discuss the reunion.
Yes.
I don't know what's going to happen on it. Are they actually going to be horrible and mean or messy? Are they? I don't know. Who knows? But we'll be doing lots of stuff next week, so we can read out any Buy Me Coffees. We get any comments or emails. We're deciding who the best dressed is, apparently, on the reunion.
I've just threw out as an idea, and if you guys think
favourite traitor, best traitor, who wanted to see more screen time of, who had too much screen time. So let us know your thoughts on everything about what you thought about the series, and we can analyse it all with our series recap next week.
Absolutely. faithfultothetraitors@gmail.com. You can comment underneath the video if you're watching us on YouTube by searching Faithful to the Traitors podcast. Don't forget, give us your free word reviews of what you felt like the US Series 3 was.
Core Bloomin' Eck.
Core Blimey Bloomin'.
What would Caroline say? Bob the drag queen. There's so many things online about Carolyn, isn't there? Loads of people doing impressions of her. She's like the star of this series.
Carolyn was the star. Free word reviews. You can also give us a free word review.
And also Dylan's nipples.
Dylan's nip nips. You can also give us a free word review on Spotify, where you can also comment underneath or watch the video on there as well. So you don't just have to listen to it on Spotify, you can also watch us on Spotify. You got two options there. Choose wisely. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell, and follow us on all these subscriptions. As we say, this isn't the end. We're going to be doing lots and lots of podcasts from this moment onwards. Next week is the reunion. We're doing Big Brother UK.
Celebrity Big Brother UK.
Celebrity Big Brother UK. Sorry, I missed that deficit there.
Hopefully there'll be someone from the Traitors on it, so we can do a loose link. Loose tie in.
That wouldn't be too bad. Loose women.
It'll be Diane, probably, if it's going to be anyone. Or the sexy guy from Series 1. Can't remember his name.
We're on Instagram, so you can send us a DM on Instagram at Faithful to the Traitors. You can also find us on X at Traitors Podcast. If you like the podcast, as I say, tell your friends. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to give us 5-star reviews. Don't forget to ring the bell, all that good stuff. And you can also go to buymeacoffee.com/faithful, where by throwing us a silver coin or a gold bar, you can also get a comment that is guaranteed to be read out on next week's show.
Yes, right. So then until the reunion, where we'll be...
What's your name and where do you come from?
One. See, I told you it was live. Right, so until next week, everyone, until the reunion, remember to stay faithful.
And wash.
Or don't wash. It's up to you.
Or ride a bike to work. And then wash. Go to bed, Iris.